Donna, 07665 Meadow Avenue. I have some concerns and questions regarding the ZPass system. First off, there's nothing on the website regarding this. Secondly, there's no price on the information that came home with the students should the student lose it. Thirdly, as a mother who has had lots of children, and knowing that the high school bus used to come to my house at 6:15 in the morning, there's nothing on here to help protect me if we can't find a pass. Because let me tell you, some mornings, for those who are parents can tell you, at 6:15 in the morning, you might not find that pass. There's nothing to help say, we will forgive you today, your kid can get on the bus. Instead of me having to panic the other day when I was having to take one baby to the intermediate school because we could not find it. This was sent home to me last week. I went to back to school night. Not one word was mentioned about this system at back to school night. Nor when I go to the intermediate school website is anything on the website. The price will be determined by the office. So if Harry comes in, is that $20? But if Joanne comes in, they give a parent an idea, just like we do how much the school lunch costs. We all know how much it costs.
It's not on there because that's an item for the board. We wanted to get the Z-Pass to students, but to charge students is an item that we'll be discussing before the board.
Okay.
But we wanted to get those Z-Passes out as quickly as possible.
Okay, but there's a couple parents that would like to know. Secondly, has everyone seen the Z-Pass? It's an ADT card, basically. Being someone who has worked with ADT cards a lot, I can tell you those ADT cards have a magnetic stripe inside. It bends, it breaks, it loses its function if you're rough on it. And most elementary school kids will probably be. So does that going to cost me every time the magnetic metal stripe breaks in it? I'm going to have to pay for a new one? Yeah. And how many? I'm not going to be paying. I can tell you as an employer, I used to have employees who every month came in and got new ones. Because it does, especially men are the biggest culprit. You put them in your back pocket, you sit, it forms to your butt, you go to, and it breaks. I can tell you, let's be realistic. And it would have been helpful to have this kind of information. Secondly, several years ago, we went to an ID, student wore ID tags around the neck. It was approximately 7 years ago. The same thing is what we're having the Z-Pass having, lands around the neck. We had a problem with that, where the students were choking each other, pulling the passes, stealing the passes, the ID tags off, especially in the intermediate and middle school. Then it kind of filtered up here to the high school. But do the students have to wear this Z-Pass all day long? Or can it be something that can be attached to the book bag, and then because the book bag's going on with them, that they can take that Z-Pass off so that there's not that problem when the students are walking and passing in the that's why we did away with the ID tags in the middle school, where the students were being pulled on them.
The lanyards that were given to the students are the ones that open so that we avoid any.
We had that before, yeah.
So,
but you can still pull.
Well, one of the items that we also know, two things that are important. Number one, student safety is critical.
I agree.
And we want to make sure that when our children are boarding buses, that we can account for the children. I think you would agree that that's just a big precaution that we want to take so that we can ensure the safety of all students. We also want to acknowledge that students have to begin to have responsibility about the things that we expect them to do, and also are accountable for ensuring that they have them and that they can follow directions and be able to use them appropriately. And all that being said, we have a lot of training to do, a lot of teaching. I took your notes, I took your concerns and issues, because that's good feedback. So have we gotten all the kinks out yet? No. But we've started to at least address safety at a higher level by giving out the Z passes. One of the things we want to do is listen to parents. But I do welcome your concerns.
And it would have been nice to have something on the web for us.
But my response to you is to this thing called parents that tell them to put the tag around and leave a tip. That's what mine told me. It's the old-fashioned way.
And you're talking
Just
to a
leave it.
parent who puts a child on a New Jersey Transit
We
bus
need
and waits.
to help us do this too, okay? So
Right, and I agree, I don't believe that
you got
ZPS
your
would be
kids, tell the
circularized.
students to put it around them and keep it there for their safety. So,
Yeah, and I really do, and I hope that this Z-Pass, we can actually rethink it for next year and maybe incorporate it with an ID card for the high school students, because the high school students from 14 years and up need a second form of ID for employment, and the majority of high school students use the high school ID card as a, so if we can put the photograph on it, that would even be better, and if we can put the code for what's on it, then we would have it all on one card and it would make it very profitable.
I'm glad you agree because we're actually thinking about this.
I mean, when I employed the high school kids in Pennsauken, and I chose to do many here, that was one of the things I would say to them, is bring your school ID. But then we stopped kind of doing that in this high school. It's a shame because the majority of the high schools in the area still issue ID cards.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, Mr. President, make a motion to close the public portion.
second.
Good motion and second. All in favor? Opposed? Mr. Roberts, that passed unanimously.
Thank you, sir. Mr. President, if I may.
Yes.
Yes. On the 23rd, 4th, and 5th, there's an annual workshop in Atlantic City. And to my knowledge, for October, I think that we are scheduled for a board meeting on the 25th, that evening. I just wanted to FYI that to my colleagues, how they want to actually entertain that.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and the last day is Thursday. So we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ends Thursday morning.
We should
Thursday
know.
noon.
Me and you should know.
Yeah, we should. I had a check.
Okay.
Anything else?
Mr. President, make a motion to go into executive session for the reasons of legal, contract, student, and personnel.
Not believe we're coming back.
Yes, we are, or yes, we're not. Oh, yes, we will do it.
We'll be in executive session for approximately an hour.
Second that motion.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Roberts, that passed unanimously. We are now in executive session. You have something for us?
Yes, I do, Mr. President. Make a motion that to dock the financial equivalent of 6 days' pay for Mr. Brian Barge, PHS math teacher, and to suspend all extracurricular positions for the 2012-2013 school year.
Second. We have a motion and a second on the question. Roll call, Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Kofoid?
Yes.
Mr. McDevitt?
Yes.
Dr. Maloney?
Yes.
Mr. Stargel?
Excuse me, I need a point of clarity. Am I able to involve myself in such a
Yes.
decision?
You're whenever you free time, or you would not have been in the conversation.
Yeah, right, yes. Yes.
Mr. James? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
No.
Resolution passes 7-1.
Do we have anything else to come up before I ask for a motion to withdraw?
Make a motion to adjourn, Mr.
I'm
President?
sorry, Sharon.
Oh, I didn't know where we were going.
I apologize.
Second.
We have motion second on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Over, that passed unanimously.
Thank you,
Now-
sir.
Okay, you have something for us?
Yes, I do, Mr. President. Make a motion that to dock the financial equivalent of 6 days' pay for Mr. Brian Barge, PHS math teacher, and to suspend all extracurricular positions for the 2012-2013 school year.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the question. Roll call, Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Kofod?
Yes.
Mr. McDevitt?
Yes.
Dr. Maloney?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Excuse me, I need a point of clarity. Am I able to involve myself in such a
Yes.
decision?
There will be no reason for you not to, or you would not have been in the conversation.
Yes, right, yes. Yes.
Mr. James? Mr. Rodriguez? Yes. Mr. Nguyen?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
No.
Resolution passes 7-1.
Do we have anything else to come up before I ask for a motion to withdraw?
Make a motion to adjourn, Mr.
I'm
President?
sorry, Sharon.
Oh, I didn't know where we were going.
I apologize.
Second.
We have motion second on the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Over, that passed unanimously.
Thank you,
Now
sir.
adjourned.